Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Moose Opinion Project. Yes, it's running late today, but I told you I might not even do it today. But I decided, after seeing a post about a GoFundMe, that I needed to probably say something. I am a little agitated. I feel the GoFundMes are good for many things. They are good for families going through hard times. However, there are fees associated with GoFundMe accounts. There are things that are associated, and sometimes GoFundMes are started for people and they don't even know it. And yes, they are beneficial. Very much so. However, let's take, for instance, the gentleman that just got sentenced, Carmelo Anthony, that just got, not the basketball player, the track guy that killed the other track student. Let's take, for instance, I just saw there is a fundraiser for him that has reached the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Are you kidding me? And people feeling sorry for him, that he's being pointed out. Here's a simple question. Were they at an event, and did he kill someone? Yes and yes. Was there proof that he did anything else? Doesn't really quite matter. And you can play the race card if you want, I guess. But if I'm at an event, and I go up and kill someone, there will be penalties to pay, and I don't feel that there should be a fun. I mean, if you guys all want to feel sorry for me, like they are him, I guess, and there's people now spouting off. It's kind of like the Kyle Rittenhouse thing when he had all the money raised for him. Come on. Let's raise money for appropriate things. There's GoFundMe started for about anything and everything anymore. And there are families that I feel, like I said before, it's a good thing, that are beneficial. If a dad has got cancer, or a dad or a mom, or a dad and mom get killed and they're raising money for kids. You know, Braxton Bush, for example, is a young kid. Yes, his dad is world famous millionaire Kyle Bush. But there are people that are still stepping up to help Braxton. Not just give him things. He's going to get plenty of opportunities, that he's a hell of a racer for his age already. There are families that have been here in Ithaca, that you see in their families that their parents and stuff are either, and a young gentleman, a young kid that is going through hard-fought times with cancer or any, that's the reason they're there. We should not be raising money for convicted felons or convicted. It's just not right to me. It settles wrong for me. If you want to start a GoFundMe, I guess go ahead. But if it's for idiotic purposes, then don't be surprised when people start spouting off about it in a wrong way. You know, when I had my stroke, I was out of work for a month. But we were able to do things to make sure I continued, and at that time, everything was going okay. If it would have been worse, maybe we would have had to. But GoFundMes aren't for getting you out of debt or anything else. It's good in Minnesota. They raised her money too. Well deserved. I don't think what happened to her was right and just either. But that's my opinion. But GoFundMes, sometimes I'd like to just say go fund off. Because it just doesn't make sense. And after I saw what they have raised him for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he got sentenced to, I think, 25 or 35 years, which is just. There is a family that doesn't have a son to walk through the door anymore. You took that. So if you're in the criminal justice world, or you're in those kind of things, you see shit that's not right. That's kind of why I didn't go end my route that way. I'm proud of my son. He took that route and he stayed with that route and he loves that route. Plus he's on the ambulance crew in Lone Rock, so he sees sometimes double crappy stuff. But if we don't have programs where, and I think there has to be boundaries set at somewhere for these GoFundMes and everything else. Or maybe I just overthink it. Maybe that anybody should be able to have a GoFundMe, you know. I've had an account set up for Alzheimer's at the bank in Spring Green, or in Richland Center here at Peoples, and I have not pushed it because there's enough things going on in this world. I look at the family in Ithaca, I look at the young kid in Ithaca, I look at those kids that I got to experience my life. At 52 years old, if it stops tomorrow, I've experienced way more than those teenagers. I watch teenagers that get killed. My brother got killed at the age of 21. I was 9 when he got killed. It gave me a different aspect on life to a certain extent. I've had my stroke. I've had my grand mal seizure. I've had Lyme's disease. I've had all of that go on. It gives you a different aspect. So when people are battling, and they're battling, then go ahead and start a GoFundMe so it eases some of that pressure. Because there's one thing for sure is when you've had something major in your life, if that can ease some stress, it'll probably help healing as well. So if you can help somebody ease stress and take a little bit of load off, you will see them heal better, at least be able to relieve some of that to where life has got a glimmer to it. Unlike right now outside, not much glimmering here in Richland Center. I mowed a little bit this morning, thank goodness. But yeah, so if you set up a GoFundMe or you're a part of a GoFundMe, make sure it's for the right choice. Make sure it's for the right reason in your heart. Make sure that it is, that's why the Alzheimer's Association, my fundraiser is of the heart. I lost my mom, but I just don't get why we're raising funds for people that are killing people, that have killed people, were proved guilty in a matter of a short time. It just seems baffling to me. So that's where I'm at today. I just wanted to come with that. I saw that it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's crazy. But I thought that with Kyle Rittenhouse too, when people were donating to all of that. I thought it was crazy. I'd have a hard time watching somebody walk down the middle of Richland Center, walking down the street with an AR-15 and not have some form of penalty where he did shoot people too. I struggle with that. I'm not about taking about your Second Amendments. I'm not about that. I have guns. I own guns. My family owns guns. We all have support them, but there has to be some control somewhere. And I'm not saying downright take away everything, but there has to be some consideration now of either mental stability or openness, because right now we're not seeing that clearly either in anywhere else in our government. We are not seeing where mental stability is working because there's a lack of. So, thank you for tuning in this morning. I appreciate it. It's just one of those things that I got to thinking about it. I've seen some GoFundMes that just do not make sense to me at all. And then especially when there's really nobody attached to it or a story attached to it. Of why. Why is this needed? Why should we be donating? Why, hardships are, if you've ever been through a hardship, whether you're raising kids or anything like that and you're going through a tough time, any help relieves a lot of it. So I get that. I get those kind of needs. I was blessed many times when I was younger and when I was out of work and I was raising kids And Bill Chafee and Nina's still a great friend of mine. We lost Bill a while ago. He stepped up. It wasn't a GoFundMe then. There were no such things back then. It was neighbor helping neighbor. And you'll hear that from me a lot. It is neighbors. There was no internet, believe it or not. There was no way to pass it around. Either the church stepped up, your neighbor stepped up, or a stranger you never met before stepped up and donated. That's why churches used to do meals and things for Christmas and Thanksgivings, and they still do. Because there's sometimes people they have too much pride, they won't ask for help. But the GoFundMe's now, because of the internet, have absolutely, somewhat, to me, gotten out of hand. So, have a great day. Take time to enjoy your time and see if you can't be a blessing on somebody's life as well. Liberty and freedom, like it says here. Thank God we have that because of where we live. And, stay dry as well. It is looking like it's going to get nasty here in a minute. I hear thunder, lightning, all that good stuff. So, wishing you all the best. Hope you have a bright idea of where you're headed in your future. I'm struggling right now. I'm just trying to figure out what is next. Just putting another foot in front of another. That's all you can do. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. Have a great day. We'll take time and we'll see where I'm at tomorrow. I'm off work tomorrow as well. We're getting a bigger electric service put in at our shop. So that's why we are off today and tomorrow. And who knows how much they're going to get done with that in the rain as well. So we will talk to you tomorrow morning. After that, thank you for tuning into the Mop. And as always, these are on YouTube as well, if you want to look at my past ones. Have a great day. We'll see you later.